Happy Monday, guys. Let's go through some of the happenings, some of the topics of discourse for today, Monday. Tinubu swears in General Christopher Musa as defense minister. Babagana Zulum, the governor of Borno State, said he spent over 100 billion on security, about 7 billion on the rehabilitation integration of bandits in the state for 2005. Hope Uzodinma hosts former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Aliko Dangote of the Dangote Group, Joseph Bokai, Liberia President and Vice President Shettima for Imo State Economic Summit. We'll talk about that, and we'll look at Tiger Base scandal that have issues. There have been a lot of videos and allegations about how they treat, harvest organs, and so many terrible things that you will not expect from a police force. So we'll dive into that. Okay, we'll look at Harrison Guanesum, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. His arrest in Benin over allegation of theft of 5.4 million naira, part of the ransom met for bandits for the release of a couple who were kidnapped, and they agreed on to pay 20 million naira as a ransom, and money was given to Harrison. And we know some of the activities Harrison have been doing over the years, how gone to where Nigerians wouldn't want to go, putting his life on the line to save Nigerians, and so many things, allegations, people criticizing him and every other things. And Very Dark Man came out and said he called for the arrest of Harrison. So we'll talk about Harrison and every other thing in regards to that. Okay, now we end today, Monday, on Two-Face and Natasha feud over, I think it happened last weekend or last week. Two-Face came out. Two-Face had an issue with his wife, and I think in the UK there was a video, and many people kind of throw words into Two-Face issue, and Two-Face came out and said his own side, and was very, very particular in regards to how people they talk about his matter, even include his family. So we'll just throw light on these issues. Welcome to the Testament podcast.
Instead it be sleep, let it be hate, let it degrade, let it be deep. Some others should weep, some others should keep the memory of the way that I died. Maybe.
Okay, now remember to follow us on our social media platform. Thanks for everyone supporting. Thanks for everyone subscribing. God bless you. Okay, let's just dive straight into what we have today. Now, General Christopher Musa sworn as defense minister. I was very, very happy when he was considered as a defense minister, and because I remember one time I spoke about the injustice that happened to him in regards to his job, and I threw light into if he was really involved in the coup d'etat that resulted to him being sacked, he wouldn't be relieved of his job. What would have happened is it would be among those that were arrested. So once you don't involve for coup d'etat, you must get whether not small year and you not talk up, you will be called to answer questions. So for him to be relieved of the job, I knew he was not involved, but I knew other things were also playing. I've seen him and observed for some time. I knew the kind of man and personality when this man could be, and how at every time when they engage publicly, he always tried to push hope, flaunt hope, like make Nigerian believe, say yes, something is happening, they are doing something. They give Nigerian hope. So that is what Nigerians just crave for at this time, and the things when they happen, Nigerians just need someone to pat them on their back and say it's okay, there's hope on the way. That's just what Nigeria needs. So I'm happy that he's back. Now the position he's occupying now is very powerful politically, because now he controls practically everything under the defense. So now he's even in a better position to take the best decision for the defense. So I would say God is just probably God wants just use one to answer some prayers and give him an opportunity to fully express his desires and his intention. Maybe that's what General Christopher Musa been praying for. But now God don't give him the position to say, okay, now you be praying to do something great for this country, to save them. Now I want to give you a position that you were able to do whatever thing you need to do and eradicate the people that are causing confusion in the military. So let's see what he's going to do, and I'm very happy with that. Let's hear what he has to say after it was confirmed as the Minister for Defense.
We cannot afford to fail Nigerians, especially ourselves. They say charity begins at home. I believe it's the mindset. If we have that mindset that we will succeed, we will succeed.
The ministerial position is a political one. He is the head of the ministry, key roles and responsibility, chief political advisor to the President on defense matter, formulation and oversight of national defense policy, supervision of the Nigerian Armed Forces, budget and financial oversight, defense procurement and logistics, coordination with security agency, international defense cooperation, bilateral multilateral defense agreement, and also veteran and welfare matter, the crisis and emergency response. So he's occupying a very particular position, which I believe it might just be the answers of Nigerians, and possibly also he has been praying for God to put him in a position where he can control and oversee the affair of the defense. Maybe General Christopher Musa's prayer ever since. Now God has given the opportunity. Please, sir, don't fail us. Don't play politics with Nigerian lives. Don't allow this position, the power, the money to intoxicate you and make you forget all the things you've laid out to do. Sir, General Christopher Musa, I want you to be a change. I want history to remember you for what you've done, the changes you implemented, how it was when you were in this position that Nigeria began to see the light. Because you don't express yourself to show everybody, say you get the interest of Nigerians. Show it. Show it now. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Move if they travel for road. Move if they express ourselves. Move if they go farm. Move if they do everything when the insecurity be they hinder us. Help us and make things better. Okay, now let's dive into Baba Ghana. The governor of Borno State said he spent over 100 billion on insecurity, about 7 billion on rehabilitation of bandits. And you know the intriguing thing about this situation is it can't be like, say, some of these governors, their budget now misplaced priorities. The places that are of interest to the people are not interested to the governors. In short, what they try to do is they use those places that are of interest and importance to the people to gather funds for themselves, and no accountability on how you spent this 100 billion. Spending 7 billion for rehabilitating of bandits. Why are you rehabilitating people that are killing your people, the enemies of the state? I don't know why they give room for rehabilitation of terrorists. That after the rehabilitation they've done on several times over the years have not yielded any positive impact to the people. Despite these people, when they say that they don't rehabilitate, they don't integrate them back to the society, we end up selling them out, going back to the bush to join the bandits. Come like say they be spy. Go back, go and meet the government, tell them that you are turning a new leaf, that you're not going to be there. The government will give you some money, get more information about what the government is doing and how they are trying to take us out, get those information, come back. We don't even know whether these people are spy. You are rehabilitating them, then your people are dying. The Borno state happens to be the state with the highest number of displaced persons. About 1.7 million people in Borno state are displaced. They're not there for their locality, they're not there from their community, they're there for camps, IDP camps. And these are international camps. In their state, where they are from, they are displaced. They like fugitive slaves for their place. How and what have the government done to solve this issue of displacement in Borno state? But they see how some of these displaced IDP camps are so crowded, and diseases and infection, they kill the people. Now they run away from bandits, they run away from those who are involved in land grabbing in Borno state. There are a lot of people involved in land grabbing in Borno state. They'll kill the people, drive the people out of the community, and start extracting minerals from those communities for their own selfish interests. Not government, so these are individuals, people in politics. Now they do these things, they go engage bandits to go attack those communities so that those people go run out. Therefore, those communities, they go to extract the raw minerals, the raw metals, the raw materials from the soil and sell. These are known facts. How far with the governor? Governor, how far with you? What have you done for these people pushed out of their community? Why are these people not people of interest? People that are supposed to spend more to integrate them back to their community. You are spending 7 billion to rehabilitate and integrate bandits. Misplaced priorities. 1.7 million people displaced every day for this year, or every week. Every week this year, you go down here say bandits don't attack one place or another for Borno State, and the governor don't spend over 100 billion on security. What has it done? What has it done? Okay, let's go to Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma, the Imo State governor, hosted Boris Johnson, Aliko Dangote, Joseph Boakai, Liberia President, and Vice President Shettima for Economic Summit. There's something that I've observed that is very of great interest in Imo State. That this economic summit, this is not the first time. This is not the first time that Imo State will hold this kind of world economic summit that ends up yielding nothing. This is not the first time. It was done under Rochas Okorocha in 2018. He did a world summit also, invited businessmen and so many people. But that world summit not yield one thing in particular. And I don't know the Imo State relationship with Liberia. I also remember Rochas Okorocha invited the former Liberia president also. I even made a sculpture for her and some other individuals in Imo State. Imo State happens to be the eastern state with the highest insecurity in Nigeria. The rate of insecurity activities in Imo State is higher than every other eastern state. And what has the governor done to that? In short, the day they were organizing this economic summit, insecurity things they happen for the state. There were videos online that shows that along Imo State highway, kidnappers kidnapped a full bus. What have they done? They don't see all those people. They don't release those people. And what has it done in regards to all of this insecurity? What it don't do in regards to the Tiger police, whatever, Tiger base come out. The issues, the videos, the allegations, the death, the organ harvesting. When they don't accuse a section of the Imo State police force. He founded Witty, and what has it done? There are videos everywhere. Now let me tell you something that is of great interest that happened in the economic summit. Let's forget about the insecurity. Now I'll touch back on the Tiger base issue. Now pay attention to the individuals invited. Former Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson. We don't just talk about Boris Johnson or some of the policies and engagements when you don't get it. And the world circle, we'll not pay attention to that one. Let's pay attention first to the comments of Boris Johnson. Watch.
I'm very proud of what we export to Nigeria. We send you pharmaceuticals and bankers and services of all kinds, automotive parts, all sorts of things. We send whiskey, huge quantities of whiskey, probably more popular somewhere than another. We send, and you send us so much in return. Oil and gas, Nollywood movies, brilliant doctors, nurses, technicians, tech geniuses from Nigeria. Nigeria come to the UK, and we're very grateful. We're very grateful and honoured. And we send you, former United Kingdom Prime Ministers, and you send us, future United Kingdom Prime Ministers.
Now, see what the Boris Johnson said from that comment. He said he felt safe, perfectly safe in Nigeria. You know, this man is very funny. This is a man surrounded by security personnel. That if you're coming to Nigeria, the UK would make sure that they send 1 or 2 security personnel to accompany you with the numbers of security details that was with you while you were in Nigeria. So with so much security details, why won't you be in a perfect position to say you are perfectly safe? How would someone with so much intelligence go say, if me get such intelligence, such security personnel and such security details, if I have such security details, I go inside bush to go find bandits. Now, apart from what he said in regards to perfectly safe, contradicting the eventualities that is happening in every part of Nigeria, including what happened in Imo State that very day of the summit. The former Prime Minister ignored the cries and the deaths and the blood in Nigeria and said he is perfectly safe, that there's nothing like insecurity or killings happening in Nigeria. You see, these people, these are the same people when their hand not come off our body. They're considering other things he said. He said, these are the things he said. He said, okay, I'm very proud of what we export to Nigeria. We send you pharmaceutical, bankers, service of all kind and automotive parts, and you send us so much in return. Oil, gas, Nollywood movie, brilliant doctors, nurse, tech geniuses from Nigeria. You see the way he compared the things when we get from the UK and what the UK they get from us. We practically get nothing from the UK. This indirectly they laugh us. They still see us. I believe this people still see us with that mentality that they are still our leaders. And truly they are still our leaders. If you want to consider, because these are new colonialism, if you want to consider the way they pay attention to Nigeria affairs, how they control the policies that the federal government implement and take through the IMF and the World Bank, that suddenly don't hear when some sectors don't they go into the right channel, into the right direction. So the IMF could just release stats, say Nigeria is failing so place, Nigeria is this. This one will just trigger the economy and things could just scatter again. They do this to monitor and control our economy. It's as if some of us do not know that this IMF and this World Bank, this is what they do. And the UN, they formulate policies and engage in activities to control the third world, which is the developing countries. That is what they do. Check all their policies. You'll see that it is so bright at the initial state. Once you don't digest such policies, you can't see the fragmentation of such policies and the danger and the disadvantages of implementing such policies. But you will now be in a position where it is too late for you to say no. Just like the devaluation of the Nigeria currency. I don't see any reason why Nigeria should fall into such trap. We remember that the same thing happened with IBB, Ibrahim Babangida time. The IMF suddenly just came off, and the World Bank came off and said, these are the policies you need to follow up, that if you just devalue naira now, this is what will happen. And it became the opposite. And that alone destroyed IBB regime. That alone, as the economy became so terrible, the people started crying out. So you don't get any time. If you want to really study the World Bank and the IMF and their policies, you discover that they have never proposed any policies that is 100% beneficial to Nigeria or Nigerians. Never. Go and check all their policies. Now, look at the things they said, Boris Johnson, that we gave them Kemi, and Kemi soon will become the Prime Minister. That was sending so many people messages. See, there's one thing about those people that are the globalists. He is a globalist. They try, these are how they weave words. Kemi will not like Nigerians. Kemi will not like Nigeria. He has presented Kemi in a way to give us a make-believe that Kemi will be the right one for the UK, that will make the right policies that will benefit Nigerians. There are many ways these individuals formulate words to send narratives out there. There's every high chance from what he has said that the leader of the Conservative Party, Kemi, will possibly become a prime minister someday. It's already in the plan. Because you see the sudden way when Kemi just begin the trend worldwide. And that is a woman, was not the first time she has been in the political scene. The woman done the old for political scene. We know the year Kemi. Then in the space of a year, she just blew up, degrading and downgrading Nigerians to achieve and get this political relevancy in the UK. You just see, she just downgrade Nigerians, they call Nigerians name, they do this or they do so to elevate her political stature. And like that, she became so known all over the world. Everybody around the world don't know Kemi already. Now she don't get fame, and they'll capitalize on that fame. Kemi is not our product. All the doctors and the nurses and the tech are not people who they desire to leave their father's land. It was never in their book. It is the failure of the government, the policies of the government, mostly influenced by the Western leaders, have affected Nigeria and put Nigeria into this position where we don't leave Nigeria. Those who be nurse Did they train for nurse? Are they mostly not auxiliary nurse? Those when they work for the healthcare for UK, mostly not auxiliary nurse. Majority of Nigerians when travel is based on Jackpa. Based on, I don't think there's hope for Nigeria, let me leave. And you call that, you've stolen from Nigeria, because now those people are highly productive in the UK. The doctors, the nurse, the tech, they're highly productive in the UK. Imagine these highly productive Nigerians here in Nigeria, and there's a platform, there's a fair ground, there are policies to protect them, protect their interests, and protect their ideas. Imagine where Nigeria for day in these areas. Imagine where Nigeria for day in our health sector. Because the best of the doctors neither live Nigerians. The best of the nurses neither live Nigerians. Now we are having issues in our medical system. Those won't be the best for the medical scene. Now just few. We are having serious issues. Doctors are on strike. Nurses are on strike. Everybody. See, doctors are on strike right now. If you go in details to know what the doctors are asking for, like what they need, why they are on strike, it will shock you. That is just what they need to carry out their job effectively. That is what they are fighting for. Let's go to the Tiger Base scandal. The Tiger Base scandal, the allegations are numerous. Some of the allegations are extrajudicial killing, a forced disappearance of youth, victim starvation. Now the spoon of beans is sold for 500 naira. Extortion and ransom. Bail demands ranges from 1 million to 5 million. Organ harvesting and cannibalism. Terrible things, ethnic and political targets. These are terrible allegations. There are videos to back some of these allegations. If you see the way this particular unit they dress, the kind things they do, you go surprised. Imagine say this person come your house for night. How you want to distinguish, say this kind of person not be thief, not be armed robber? So I don't know. I just pray the Imo State governor look into this situation, this Tiger Base scandal, and do everything possible to eradicate the bad seed. But this unit don't they pass unit. So they should be called to order and the bad eggs flushed and face the consequences of their action. Okay, now let's go to harassing. I want to talk about harassing. Harassing issue. I've come across a lot of video on harassing. Some persons don't say this guy not so terrible person. But this is what I want to do before I will say one or two about harassing. Just listen to this voice note.
Hello?
Hello?
How far?
They release only the woman now. They don't release the man.
The boy, the other boy now, say the money where they carry go give those people, say they scatter the money, say the money no complete, I make them no release them.
They completely, you know, say I guess they don't release that guy.
Okay.
They complete.
Now.
Will they come uyi?
We are be acting.
Uyi.
Okay.
Complete. They don't just want to collect another extra money. I don't say they don't release that guy. Hey, before.
See, the situation with harassing is somehow and very terrible. But there's one thing I'm not going to do, which is judging him by his past, because everybody get bad past. Everybody gets serious things when you don't do. When the reason why you did say you good now, because nobody don't see you do them. You did do in your closet. So we'll not judge him based on such, because you don't turn a new leaf. This is what he was before. This is what he is now. So leave whatever thing he was before. And what really transpired from the family side, they said RC was called into the scene because they wanted to see if it can help them get the ransom and possibly rescue their person who was adopted or kidnapped by bandits, I think around Biniawuchi Road, and a couple, a pregnant woman and a husband. And that after negotiating with the bandit for some time, they agreed and settled at 20 million. 20 million was rally around, and I just tried to imagine how they've gone around to raise 20 million in these difficult times, because every year guy be they imagine a family raising 20 million naira as ransom. They must have borrowed money, they must have met some people, they must have taken some kind loans just to get these people out. It's right, because the woman is pregnant, that they hand over this money to Harrison to be like the middleman between the bandits and the family. And after the money was given to the bandits, that was the record you just heard. The money was given to the bandits, and information got to the family that there was 5.4 million naira removed And Harrison said the money was counted, that don't mind them, they didn't count the money or this and that, this and that. But the truth about it, from where I go pick from the family, I just want to drop some things when I feel say not true, factual for the scenario. Is one, you cannot negotiate with bandits and pay some and not pay some. And we never hear from any instance that once you come to a compromise with bandits can't release one, they not release the two. Stories we've heard that maybe they can't take the ransom, but they release the body. Maybe the person don't die, or they don't kill the person, but they release the body. We've heard such. They come out saying, I saw Harrison hand for money, this thing. I haven't watched VDM spoke very well. Although people they come for VDM, say VDM they are among the reasons why, because VDM agreed and also informed the public that he called for the arrest of Harrison, and people were like, VDM is just always like this. Anybody when be activist, when they want to blow up VDM, they always they find way to tarnish and destroy such person's personality. I don't say any way this thing is tied to VDM, because if the allegations are right, not be VDM tell Harrison make it take that decision of removing the money. And VDM also explained that he contacted Harrison and heard what Harrison said, but Harrison was trying to play the use Shettima die the matter. But although the money was returned, but it has affected the released or the promise or the agreement met by the family and the bandits. In a way that the bandits have decided to release just so that the pregnant woman are still holding the man. And now with all this information and everything, those bandits are on the internet. The bandits supposed don't know say there was also a fair play. I don't think that this time now with all this information and all this back and front, we don't allow ourselves to do. We don't allow ourselves to do that. We did not consider the life and the bush, the husband of that woman. We could not pay consideration into that. Now that man life, now God and the gun day so. We don't pay attention to what will happen if we can't table this matter for public. Nobody pay attention to that. A family when don't raise such amount, do you think they want this kind of situation to be? The family did not also do well. As soon as they got to Harrison and Harrison agreed that that money was removed and refunded that money, they would have killed that matter for them for now. Go back to negotiating with the bandit. You say bandits when negotiate 100 million or 50 million, not go count the money. No, now they will do so. The game is money. What motivates them is money. So they go count every naira. They go count every money. Before they will release, they will count. So why are we allowed these things to blown out of proportion? And also everyone when they call the guy out, Harrison bad, Harrison. Nobody will not get bad side. Nobody will not get side when it not be strong points. The place that calls you back. That you're trying your ways to pull out from such, but they always draw you back. Once in a while, you fall short of that. It takes the grace of God. When it becomes an habit, it takes the grace of God. Especially when you are in that environment that exposes you to such habits, it takes the grace of God for you to, instead of us to help this guy and pray for him. Because this guy don't put life for granted. He has returned ransom. There are many lives saying don't save. Expose himself to a lot of dangers. Expose himself to a lot of betrayers. Because he's working with a team made up of soldiers, made up of police, and made up of different security, whatever. It isn't everybody like him. Say, let's say this guy can't do their job. It's not everybody like him. They never try to one set this guy up. Do you know the kind of things when this guy go to face from his team? Do you even know whether the decision to remove that 5.4 million naira was a team decision? Not a personal decision. It was a team decision that the team doesn't say, okay, now why you want to carry this money go? Just carry this money go. Which one? We when they fight, when they involve, we don't use money, do all this one. What do you want to get from inside? Now just thank you. Because most people are sometimes just okay with thank you. They don't know how to show appreciation. They just believe saying words is okay. They don't know that it's also important. You just give something, no matter how small it is. Do you know whether our team agreement say this money will come out this 5.4 million share among ourselves? Do you know that 5.4 million the chairman not take inside? Do you know that RSC didn't take from it? You just shared among everyone, all of them. Say, oh, I'm gonna take this one for December. But everybody, the risk is life. If we fit, I'm not saying this to polish Harrison's character or Harrison's habit. People say na habit. I'm using this to say that if we fit gather money to pay somebody when who our life, our loved ones for bush, don't you think that it's also be fair if even RSC they say no want? It should also be fair that appreciation in money should also be given to RSC and this team, knowing full well that RSC not get new security team at fit when they work with, that the feed boys when they work with are mostly the Nigeria force. made up of the police, made up of soldiers, made up of everybody. And there's a high chances that there is a seed there when they monitor them. They find time at the right time to kill them. Do you know that one of the ways to encourage these officers and these people that are risking and sacrificing their life, some of them get families for house, taking into the bush and meet this bandit. Do you know what it is to rescue? You know what to rescue me? It's not rescuing, just you go inside bush, you see where they are, you kill them. You are doing everything possible that the person you want to rescue is not in harm's way. So 2 things you are doing your possible best. Not 2 things. You will protect yourself. You try, may you neutralize your enemy, and may not put the person you want to rescue in harm's way. Do you know the number of intelligence when they, for that matter, for such things to play out, for such operation to play out? You take it easy. You know the tactics, you know waiting they need to draw for grants to make that thing work. So I think it's also fair that when these guys they go in all those things, that the family should not compensate them in words. Because if they die for them, you cannot lose. And then go lose. But at the same time also, if it's in our habit, I think it is time for us to pray. Because this Harrison, it get good intention. We know if you throw the baby on the water, Harrison get good intention. Person won't get good intention and person when they sacrifice a life. If you don't get good intention, don't put in life for front now. You don't try now. How much you want to give her when you try and put in life for line? Go inside bush, they go risking life, they sleep for bush, they do this. What we hold Harrison is to support him, not to bring him down. What do you want to get to bring it down? And the sky is wide enough for anybody to strive and become whatever thing they want to become. Say, I don't believe very dark minds have that personality of say I must be the only activist. I don't see him as that person, because very dark man stand for one thing. If they try and want to expose the lies and bring the truth to the surface, anybody will want to do that to bring the truth to the surface. What that does to you, that your intention, what it does to your system is you indirectly start doing everything that will show such representation. Make be say they not gonna call you out. So even very dark man get even intention before to say, okay, I go to do this, but for back I go to do this. He go want try to coordinate himself well. I don't think he have such personality to bring everybody down. So I don't think it's there. And very dark man is not even in competition with Harrison. I don't think so. He is. He's not in competition with Harrison. Now 2 different things that they do. 2 different things that they do. And we need more people to engage in activism. Take the risk. Come out. Say it just the way it is. We need more people like that. And we need more people to encourage them too. So I just believe what Harrison needs now is prayer and encouragement. That when he gets out of this mess, he go sit himself back, realize his own mistakes, and try to act right in accordance to what he is standing for. What he's standing for, so now a very, very strong thing, because that thing can also pull you down. Everybody won't fight you. Once you stand for light and standing for the truth, then you have many enemies who want to draw you out, who want to draw you back. So that's my take on Harrison. Let's end with Two-Face and Natasha issue. Watch Two-Face response to family and people interference. Watch.
I'm not just gonna be quiet anymore. I feel I have to say some facts here. I'm a grown man, and I believe I have the right to be whoever I want to be. You understand? My family has, in trying to say they want to save me or say they want to help me, they have actually destroyed me, and they have killed somebody's daughter's character. Like they've just literally killed somebody, because Natasha is getting death threats right now. Fine, we've had our quarrel. Please tell me who doesn't have with their spouse, who doesn't have a quarrel every once in a while. Please. But this has gotten out of hand. I'm perfectly okay. I'm good. And then you're messing my life up. This is unacceptable by me. I'm not gonna take this lightly anymore. It's my own family, my brothers. I'm sorry to say, but this is not right in any way. Natasha is getting death threats. I have the right to be with whoever I want to be with. I've not gone to anybody's house to interfere in their marriages. My family did this. They did this with Annie. This same thing. We all have our differences. We all have stuff that happens.
See, there's something that I picked from what Two-Face said in that video, is that the family, when they get interest now, when they call Natasha is bad, threatening Natasha and saying this and that, because we know family don't involve. It's not the same thing family did to Annie. That's the same thing they did to Annie, calling Annie out at every now and then. They're doing it again to Natasha. Who is showing concern now? Say, why are they doing that? Say he's happy. And I think everyone should let Two-Face be. The man say he's happy, he's happy. One thing about relationship is, even if you decide relationship, you know, if you understand the way the other person's relationship be. So instead of us trying to condemn the girl or calling the girl out, why you threaten Natasha? Why are you threatening Natasha? What reasons? Why are you threatening her? Not be you marry her. Not be you they date her. The man say leave her alone. And it's a relationship. It's a union. And every union get their own issues. The thing one should be praying for is it should not be a regular thing, because when you become a regular thing, you become mentally stressed, you become emotionally stressed, you become stressed in all ways, and it could affect you alone, it could affect everything around you, and you might end up making the wrong decisions. So the only thing that one will advise or say is you encourage such person and try to bring to light, not bring to the public, bring to light where their flaws are. But the reason why people are paying attention to Two-Face or Two-Face issues, Two-Face is a celebrity. You are already a public figure. So whatever thing you do in the public space, everybody must get his own opinion. Everybody must comment on that. So not be people's fault for them to comment on your affair. What happened that draw people's attention to you happened in a public space. If it was in a private space, nobody could call you out. If there's in a room, that exchange happened, nobody will call you out. It happened in a private space. There's a video that shows you have issues with your wife in a public space. That is the reason people are calling you out. You need to see it this way too. Instead of over responding, you would have just let it be. There's no need to respond. When the public don't talk. How many if you respond? If the public don't talk. You let them rest. They will rest on the matter. Maybe tomorrow they just say, one thing I like about the Hollywood celebrity is the ability and the intentionality to pretend and have a false personality. That means to present to you the opposite of what they experience. If now also Hollywood couples now get these issues for public space, what they will do is they might not even reply or respond. You just see they will just go into one function. You just see both of them in the public space hugging, kissing, just rubbing one another. Then you, as a public commentator, you become confused. I be this other video now AI that I just watched. Look at this couple that they said they were fighting last week. Now look at what they are doing. They are cuddling themselves. These are just the way you kiss such. Instead of responding, you just change the narrative like this with videos. When you give people such like this, it makes them start guessing. So whenever they see fracas like that and you give them such reply, they know to they pay attention to such things. They say maybe these people that they throw now acting that they act, and they don't even know when it becomes real. So Two-Face won't have responded to that, and everybody mind your own business. The man say everybody should let him be. Okay, this is all I have today, Monday, and have a beautiful week. Peace out.
Yeah, instead it be them, let it be me. Since I will die, inevitably, then let it be, that it be said, when I am dead. Some other was free, some other was fed, some other not me, was able to see that long as we live inside of a country where no one is safe, no one is safe. We only evade, try to escape the imminent doom, but closer the date looms. It comes for all. If we must go, then at least when we fall, when we're